Hey, howdy, ho there. We as happy as can be. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. I got another movie I want to put on you guys' radar. Remember, this is not a review. This is just me telling you about a movie that I think you might like. I know some of you ain't gonna like it. I know some of you might like it, and some of you might really like it. That's the best way I can put it. But anyway, I had just uploaded a video. It's called The Witch Subversion. Well, when I was watching The Witch Subversion, you know your little streaming, your little, your apps that say, well, you may like this, Well, it said The Witch 2, the other one. And I was like, oh, they got another one, huh? And it's the same thing, man. It's sitting at a, now the other one was at an 82 Rotten Tomatoes. This one dropped a little bit at 71 Rotten Tomatoes. But still, that's a good fresh Rotten Tomatoes. But anyway, I was like, huh. I remember saying it's an action international horror. Now, it's another one of those Korean films, and it's based off the movie that was called The Witch Subversion. And the way the movie ended, you could tell there was going to be another, if they was going to make it. Because a lot of times they'll end movies thinking they're going to make another one, they never do. But they end up making the two. So I'm like, oh, okay, so let's see what, I said to myself, well, let's see what this is all about, because, I really love Witch Subversion. Now, I ain't gonna lie. I like this one too, but I don't think it's as good as the first one, but it's good. It's good. So just remember, I said, I don't think it's good as the first one. So I don't think it's good as the first one, but I like it. So that didn't mean that don't even make the words go, well, the movie ain't no good. You say you didn't like it. No, I did not say that. I said that this movie is not as good as the other one, but it's good. I mean, it's very good. But I went into it because I'm like, man, I don't think you can top, Witch Subversion. And they didn't. But boy, did they come close. Boy, did they come close. Anyway, after surviving a bloody raid targeting top secret witch program, that's what they call it, witch program, a girl goes on the run from assassins tasked with finding and silencing her. That's basically what this is all about. It's basically another chick that was like the other girl that was in Witch Subversion, which I like the other girl better. But this girl was awesome too. She was awesome too, so don't get it wrong. But she the movie opens up where they're just slaughtering all these girls and stuff. It looks like these girls are being cloned from this woman. Because in this other movie, you got this main chick. It's a Korean chick. And she's in a wheelchair. And it looked like she's got stuff being cloned from her. And they're from her. It's like she's making these super, super strong, like, the fight scenes and the stuff in here is awesome. You know what I like about this movie? It's a Korean sci-fi. It's called Will Go USA Korean. I don't know what that's supposed to. Must be the title. Will Go USA Korean, but it's good. This time they had like a guy from Ireland in there and kind of mix it up. Now I did meant to say, in the first Witch Subversion, there was people that speak English, but they mostly spoke Korean, so you'd have to read subtitles. But there was some people I was like, oh, they're speaking, I ain't got to read this one. They're speaking actual English. I was like, okay. Man, this one is good too. It opens up, man. This chick's coming out. She's all bloodied out, and she comes out of this facility, and then she walks a long, long way, and then she goes through the forest, and then she walks out on this road, and this van comes by, and this van happened to have this girl in the back seat because they are these guys that's trying to buy this girl's dad's farm, and this girl didn't know that her dad died protecting that farm because they've been trying to buy this farm. But this guy is this girl that they got in the back seats. It's her uncle. And her uncle's saying, you need to, so the dad that died left the farm to this girl and her brother. So the uncle and his thugs are trying to, get his niece to come off that farmland because they want to do something with it. But when they go down the road, they come across this chick that just left that facility that got raided, and she's all bloodied up, and they pull off and they grab her and they throw her in the car. So So the girl in the back seat, man, I didn't know who that chick was at first because, you know, I'm trying to watch the movie. Well, the chick's all bloody and they're all trying to talk to her. And, you know, she's all like just looking all like she's all in shock. And I said, oh, man, something about to go down. So at first they were talking, this, and that. And then they grabbed her. And she goes, and, you know, in Korean, she goes, hey, don't do that. And then they grabbed her again. She goes, I wouldn't do that, or don't touch me like that. And then she warned them one more time. And then the girl in the back seat was telling her, leave the girl alone. She ain't got nothing to do with this because, and then they start slapping her, smacking the girl in the back seat upside the head. So I was like, okay. So apparently they got that girl in the back seat. They getting ready to do something to her or whatever. And I didn't know yet until you started watching the movie. But this chick, man, unleashes a force of ass whooping on all those guys. And so she made it to where the girl in the back seat could survive. So the girl in the back seat, one guy survived, but I think the other ones died. But he had a lot more working for him. And the van was totaled. And so the girl that was in the back seat, she was looking around like, what the? And then the girl was just standing there, and she looked at that girl. She was kind of scared, and that girl was still had all her bloody clothes on. So at this time, this girl's making a phone call, and she's asking her brother to come and get her. So, you know, they're hiding in the woods because, you know, the cops were out cleaning up the mess because somebody called them. Yeah, because she called 911 and said it was a real bad accident. Because her uncle was badly hurt, but not like death, nothing. But she could have done her uncle in. But anyway, there was a catch to that uncle, though, because he ended up getting his in the end. But I ain't going to go too far into this. I'm just going to say this is the second part of the witch Subversion. So anyway, so the girl's just standing there, so she looks at the girl, and she kind of figured that girl kind of saved her life. So when her brother pulled up, she takes the bloody girl and puts it in the car with her, and the brother's like, who is this? And he's like, damn, you know. And that's how this movie takes off. So they take the girl out to their farm, and this whole movie's set about this farm, and these people are trying to take this farm from her. But at the same time, you got that group of bad guys trying to take the farm from them two kids because they're trying to get them. Their dad is dead, and he was trying to keep the farm, so apparently somebody killed him so they can take the farm. But now they got to go through those two kids to get that farm. They need that property for some reason. But at the same time, those two are dealing with that. But then the girl that's bloody, she has all these assassins after her. And that's how this whole movie intertwines and everything. Man, I'm telling y'all, man, the fight scene here was pretty spot on again. Because, you know, I'm sitting there going like, nah, man, you ain't gonna top Witch Subversion. And they didn't, but they came close. They came close, because I love this movie. I ain't gonna lie. I just said, I did not say this movie is not no good. There's no point to watching this movie. It's not as good as the first Witch Subversion. Did not say that. All I said is the Witch Subversion is a little slightly better. And I think because it was the first movie. And it was a brilliant idea. So, you know, they decided to make a second one to follow up on it. But you know what gets me? As much as I was into this movie, I wish they'd make a third one. Because they left this one hanging as well. I'm like, man, you know, I'm like, there's parts in here, though, I was a little sad because there's a couple things in there. There's a couple people that died, and I didn't want them to die. So I'm not going to give it away just in case you guys watch it. That's all I got. You know why? Because I'd be going on and on and on. But anyway, The Witch 2, the other one. This one came out in... When did this one come out? This one came out in... When did it come out? I guess it must have came out a year after, because it's not telling you when it came out. So I don't know why they ain't got... They don't even have when it came out. But normally they'll have the date when it came out. But it doesn't have... It says November 8th on it. So since the other one came out in 2020, I'm assuming this one came out in 2021. But anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. And we'll catch you next video. Stay safe out there. And we'll see you.